I'm pretty sure y'all know when I laugh like that. I got some good information, some good banger information. Okay guys, what is up? Welcome back to the Whisker Chan Kingdom, the Whiscribers land, the Whisker Gang on top. Y'all already know. Welcome back. Alright, if you are new here, go ahead and smash that subscribe button down below. Join the Whiscribers on the grind to 1,300. We are almost hitting that goal, guys. We did so good on yesterday's, or the day before yesterday's video, so I appreciate all that support. Thank y'all, and I'm happy that y'all liked my reaction, as well as the information I provided. And also, smash the like button down below. In today's video, what we're going over is which claymore is better. The Unforged or the Wolf's Gravestone. You're probably saying this is not a competition. Well guys, it's actually a competition, because with the rising of 1.1 meta, where we have a couple of shield heroes, these weapons are on par with each other now. So let's go ahead and get into the comparison. I'll catch y'all in the video. Okay, first thing I want to do is talk about Wolf's Gravestone. Before the Unforged comes out, this is the go-to sword. This is the best sword in the game, basically, depending on, you know, certain situations. But overall, it's useful for every situation, okay? Why? Because the Wolf's Gravestone has a base attack of 46. The secondary stat is attack percent, which boosts his attack even more, okay? And the passive of this sword is it increases attack by 20%. On hit, attacks against enemies with less than 30% HP increases all party members' attack by 40% for 12 seconds. This can only occur every 30 seconds, but that is a whopping basically over 60% for the user of this sword, as well as additional 40% for every character in the party, for your sub, DPS, your supports, all that, right? So ideally, this is a really good sword because it's really strong, has a secondary stat of attack percent, right? And then it supports the team, right? So you're saying, yeah, that's like really good. And then once they get below 30% HP, you're just gnawing on their health. But until then, you're gonna be doing you're gonna be doing crazy damage depending on your builds on your characters, right? But until you get them to that 30% HP, they won't be taking like that mega chunk damage until you get them to 30% HP, right? And as you can see, we have the levels, the ascension. So right here we have a level, basically, let me see. Level 90 is 49.6 attack percent and 608 attack. That is a lot. That is a lot of attack, guys. And if you have refinement, of course, as you can see, this goes up. The attack increases. So it goes from attack 20%, attack 25%, attack 30, attack 35, and attack 40. That's if you have refinement for this weapon. Now, I want to compare this to the Unforged and what the Unforged actually has to offer, because honestly, like I said, Wolf's Gravestone is really good. And if we put an example out there for any claymore user, Diluc, Xinyan, Razor, Chongyun, Beidou, all these characters, you want to go to Wolf's Gravestone. But I feel like in patch 1.1, this is going to change heavily. You're probably saying, why do you feel like that, Whisker-chan? Well, if you're summoning on the Zhongli banner, this is why. Once you have characters, these characters that have this, there's a new meta that's coming to Genshin Impact because of 1.1 Zhongli banner. It's a shielded banner. I mean, shielded meta. We're gonna be running a lot of shields for everybody who summons on this Zhongli banner. We're gonna be running a lot of shields around here, right? So it's gonna be useful to play the Unforged more than likely the Wolf's Gravestone, and I'm going to explain why in one moment. But I also want to say that if you can't get the Unforged, what you want to opt for is the Wolf's Gravestone. And if you want to go to Abyss, you really necessarily don't have to play Wolf's Gravestone. What you can play to go to Abyss is actually the Black Cliff Slasher. There's different weapons for different purposes. The Wolf's Gravestone is universal. The Black Cliff Slasher is mainly for Abyss. And also, the Unforged is universal. So let's go ahead and go over this Unforged and explain exactly why this weapon's universal and why it might be stronger than the Wolf's Gravestone. Alright guys, here we have the Unforged, which is being released with Zhongli's banner. It's probably already out. It's a weapon banner. Now people say don't trust these weapon banners and whatnot, but honestly, if you're summoning for Zhongli and you feel like you're going to main Zhongli, you want to get his pole arm. And if you get his pole arm, maybe you'll get lucky on the way to getting his pole arm and get the Unforged. This is up to you. But like, honestly, in my opinion, for everybody that wants Zhong Li and you're stopping yourself because you want a 1.3 or 1.4 character like Zhao or Ayaka, you should stop right now. Because after you summon for Zhong Li, you should keep in mind you're going to have 3 to 4 months to grind back all your primal gems. And in those 3 to 4 months, we're going to get 1.2. Well, we're getting 1.2 this December, basically, right? And then we're going to get more events for primal gems. And we're going to be able to grind our primal gems back so much easier. Especially if you're a grinder. So there's no reason to really worry about losing primal gems. Like, it's not like they're right around the corner. So if you really want Zhong Li, you should summon for him. Because he's not coming back for a long time, okay? Every character that's featured is not coming back for a long time, right? So anyway, we have the Unforged, guys, which is potentially the best sword in the game due to the meta we're about to get in 1.1, guys, right? Now take this with a hint of salt. This is from me, okay? In my opinion, okay? So it has a base attack. You already know it's going up to 600 for level 90, and then the secondary stat is attack percent. So it's similar to the Wolf's Gravestone with the secondary stat of attack percent, but here's where it beats the Wolf's Gravestone in my opinion due to this meta we're in with shielded characters, right? The passive of this is increase the shield strength by 20%. So not only is the shielded character going to have an increased shield strength of 20%, scoring hits on opponents increases your attack by 4% for 8 seconds with a max of 5 stacks, and this can only occur every 0.3 seconds. Meaning you can increase, so this increases his attack by 4% for 8 seconds with a max of 5 stacks every 0.3 seconds. Meaning he could go up to 20, or whoever you're using the claymore on can go up to 20% increased attack. And if you have refinement, it goes up, as you know. I will show you the refinement numbers once we go over this a little bit more, right? So, and this is where it gets me. You're gonna go up by 20% attack, right? The Wolf's Gravestone, the natural start of that weapon is your attack is increased by 20%. So you're gonna go from hitting opponents 20% attack for 8 seconds. It's a max of 5 stacks, so it's 20%, right? And then you're while protected by a shield, this attack increase effect is increased by 100%. Guys, it is increased by 100%. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's a higher multiplier than the Wolf's Gravestone. Even though it's not boosting your whole team, it's not giving your whole team that 40%. It's not giving your whole team that 100% or that 20%. It's not giving your whole team anything. What it's doing is, any character you use that has a shield on is getting that 100% increased attack if you're protected by a shield. And also, if you hit an opponent, your attack increases for 8 seconds for a max of 5 stacks every 0.3 seconds, which is a max of 20% increased attack plus the increased effect that is increased by 100%, right? So this multiplier is better than Wolf's Gravestone, but it's more situational. Wolf's Gravestone is like, you could just do it, you know, like once they hit that 30% HP, that's situational too. But once they hit that 30% HP, you just need the sword. You don't need anything else. Now when you're running the Unforged, you need a character that can shield, whether that's Noelle, whether that's Zhong Li, whether that's Zen Yan. But like I said, we're in the meta of characters that are shields. They can shield. We have Zhong Li, which is Geo. He can do Crystallize, and he also has his Jade Shield, which is extremely strong because of his passive for Fortify, right? We have Zen Yan, which has her shield, which increases your physical attack by 15%, and then her shield bases off her defense, while Zhong Li's shield based off his HP, right? And then we have Noelle's shield, and what I'm saying is, if you get this weapon, you should opt for this weapon over the Wolf's Gravestone if you have a shielded character, depending on if you have a shielded character. Because the reason I say this is because 9 times out of 10, the Wolf's Gravestone is good because of the 40% increased attack for all allies and the 20% regular increased attack on your character, because that's just a source passive that's really good. But what this offers is the 20% attack basically after you hit your enemy for 5 times, right? And then while you're protected by a shield, when you have the shield on, your attack is gonna increase by 100%. And if you have Zen Yan, you're gonna get even a 15% increased physical damage bonus once you have a shield on. It's gonna make you even more stronger for white damage. And also, since you're gonna have attack, you're also gonna be stronger for your elemental skill, elemental burst, all that, right? So what I feel like is the Unforged is for a DPS character. Like usually the Wolf's Gravestone, in my opinion, the Wolf's Gravestone is a support sword. It's a DPS sword. Do not get me wrong. That sword is strong. It's a DPS sword, but it's also more of a support sword. This claymore is a literal DPS claymore. You're gonna put a shield on. You're gonna be tanky from that shield. Your attack increase effect is gonna be increased by 100% while you have that shield on. And whatever passive you have on that character for that shield, that passive is gonna apply to you because you have that shield on. And then you're getting your attack increased by 4% for 8 seconds for a max of 5 seconds, which is 20%. You're getting a lot of attack, even though it doesn't spread to the party. Mainly what you're going to be doing in this game is playing 1 DPS and playing 3 other characters for support around your DPS, whether that's healing, whether that's DPS support, whether that's damage boost, whether that's anything of that nature, whether it's Bennett, Sucrose, any of them, right? So what you're mainly going to be doing in this game is playing, if you play a Claymore user, and you have them as your main DPS, and you have shielded characters, whether that's Xinyan, whether that's Zhongli, or Noelle, even though you really want to run Zhongli as a main DPS, because he looks insane for a main DPS, but we're gonna see once he comes out. Of course, he's already out, but we're gonna test him out and whatnot and see exactly what he has to offer in DPS wise, right? But like I said, this sword is more of a straight up solo DPS sword, but you're still gonna need a shielded character in order to proc the passive, and also hitting opponents get you up to 20%. So you're basically playing the Wolf's Gravestone, except you just have to hit opponents and then have a shield. That's literally it. This is literally Wolf's Gravestone, and then you have additional increased shield strength by 20% to make your shield even more tanky, right? But the Wolf's Gravestone, like I said, is a support sword, and it is a really, really good sword. And if you can opt for this sword and you have the Wolf's Gravestone, that's fine. Play the Wolf's Gravestone. There's nothing wrong with the sword. Both these swords are really good. It's just certain ones have different purposes. And the Unforged is for the shield meta. The Wolf's Gravestone is for the meta if you don't have the shield, to support your team and to support your DPS. So that is really about it. I just wanted to talk about which one would be better, you know, and honestly, I feel like the Unforged would be better with shielded characters. You have Xinyan. Xinyan will be the perfect support for the Unforged. It makes no sense. If you play a Claymore user like the Luke, and you have Xinyan, or you play a Claymore user like Beidou as your main DPS, and you have Xinyan for the shield, and then you also, when you put a shield on, if you don't know, it infuses you with Pyro, meaning it's going to do continuous Pyro damage to surrounding enemies, and then your physical damage is going to be increased by 15%, guys. And then you're going to have this passive, this amazing passive on this Unforged Claymore that is scheduled to be released. Well, it was already released, right? Because I'm pre-recording this video, so it was already released. So it's, like I said, Unforged Claymore is the shield meta. Wolf's Gravestone, not shield meta, just regular universal 30% HP meta. Now, you probably are saying, guy, like, what are you talking about? Wolf's Gravestone is better. But honestly, these multipliers on the Unforged are better, and they're also, it's not like they're impossible to get, right? Because you're going to have increased shield, 20%. And then every time you hit an opponent, your attack is increased for 4% for 8 seconds with a max of 5 stacks, and this can only occur every 0.3 seconds. That cooldown is so good because you could continuously stack this damage over and over. It's not like you have to, like, look, attack increased by 4% for 8 seconds, max of 5 stacks, can only occur every 30 seconds. It's not like that, because the Wolf's Gravestone, as you do know, that 40% attack increase only can occur every 30 seconds, guys. So that's why this right here, opting for this, the low cooldown, your attack increases, so you're basically constantly going to have 20% attack as long as you score those 5 hits for 8 seconds. And then while you're protected by the shield, this attack increase effect is increased by another 100%. Guys, you can't pass this up. The Unforged, in my opinion, is a better sword than the Wolf's Gravestone if you have a shielded character. This is for the shielded meta, and that is just the honest truth, right? Has the same multipliers as the Wolf's Gravestone, as you can see, level 90, 608, 49.6, just like the Wolf's Gravestone. It is a 5-star and also has a secondary stat value of 8 attack percent, which is also really good. It's not like it's energy recharge or something like that. It's literally attack percent, so you're going to even have more higher attack for your DPS, and then including the passive. So yeah, guys, that's my opinion. It's my raw opinion on this weapon and it versus the Wolf's Gravestone, which is better. I just feel like, honestly, guys, the Unforged really steals it because it is a broken weapon, especially for the shielded meta. Like I said, this weapon is broken for the shielded meta. But if you cannot opt to this and you have a Wolf's Gravestone, you have Black Cliff, opt for those. That's fine. I'm not saying that those weapons are doo-doo. I'm just saying that this weapon actually tops the Wolf's Gravestone by a hair, literally. Because it's literally the Wolf's Gravestone, except more of a solo DPS instead of a support team DPS for the 40% increased team attack, right? So that is really valuable for this video. Please let me know down below in the comment section below what you think. Is the Forged better, Unforged better, or is the Wolf's Gravestone better? And tell me not by just the sword. Tell me by the team comp. I don't want to just hear the sword, because if we're talking just sword, period, which is better, it's going to be Wolf's Gravestone, because that it doesn't depend on anything besides 30% HP, while this Unforged depends on a shield and hits. So build it around a team. Do not comment down below which sword is better just from raw passives and whatnot. So build it around a team. Tell me which one is better down below. I feel like Unforged wins this because of shielded character meta that we have from Zone Least Banner in 1.1, and Wolf's Gravestone still is good, still can be ran on these characters because it is still good. Trust me, that 40% increased attack for all team members plus the 20% attack is really, really good. So I'm not even going to sleep on that weapon. I'm not sleeping on this one either because this one is broken. So comment down below what you think, guys. And yeah, that's really about it. If you were new here, if this is your first video you watched, if you did enjoy, go ahead and smash the subscribe button down below. We only release bangers. You can ask all the Whisker Gang in the comment section down below. Ask them all. They'll let you know. Yeah, Whisker Chan, all about them bangers. You already know. Alright, guys. But anyway, that's about it for this video. If you are new here, smash the subscribe button down below. Join the subscribers on the grind to 1,300. We are almost at the goal. We're like 20 subscribers away. Or 20 subscribers away. I love you. I love you. And smash the like button down below. Alright, guys. Without further ado, I love y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.